Hi again, and welcome to another series of Together We Thrive. Today we are having a very special guest. He's Johan Ooi, and he is the founder of Johan Speaking Academy. Right. Today's topic we have titled it "Building Future Leaders: Public Speaking for Children." Right. Let me introduce you to Johan.
Hi
Hi,
Sumati.
Johan.
Hello, hi Sumati. Thank you for the invitation.
Most welcome. And let me give a little bit of introduction about you to our viewers, right? Johan is the founder of Johan Speaking Academy, and they are based in Taman Tun Dr. Ismail, Kuala Lumpur. They have been offering their public speaking classes, programs for children between the ages of 7 to 12. And Johan is also a speaker and an MC for events. Now, Johan Speaking Academy has been featured on Bernama TV, TV3, BFM, China Press, Cosmo, Feminine Magazine, and Malaysia SME. Now, let's speak to the man himself, right? Hi, Johan.
Hi.
I've introduced you a little bit, but I think you have many more stories behind you. Could you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, thank you so much once again, Sumati, for the invitation. A very great introduction. Yeah, I'm really humbled by that introduction. Now, it's more on my students' journey. Of course, if you want to add in to that introduction, I have actually brought my students to various locations to speak on stage. Mainly like events like at KL Convention Center together with Popular. We also went to Sunday Lagoon where my students became brand ambassadors, to Zoo Negara, Sunday Velocity Shopping Center, IPC Shopping Center. So we believe that giving kids a real life experience on stage is a very fast learning curve for them. So yeah, to add in your introduction, that's our Johan Speaking Academy proud achievement to be able to partner with big brands and also giving those stage time for our students.
Okay. Before we go into the Speaking Academy itself, let's talk about your achievements, because you yourself are a renowned public speaker, right? You are an accomplished speaker, and in 2015, you were the champion in the Peninsular Malaysia Public Speaking Championship. And in the same year, you represented Malaysia in 2015 World Championship of Public Speaking held at Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, right? How was the experience there?
Uh, that is actually a life-changing experience. And never have I ever imagined that I could carry the Malaysia flag to a world event. So this competition is actually by Toastmasters. Every year they will have this international speech contest where there will be one person who represent Peninsular Malaysia. Why Peninsular Malaysia? Because Sabah, Sarawak, and then the Kalimantan side is another region. East Malaysia is another region. So Pan Malaysia. I competed for many years, since 2010, 2011, lost for many years. And thankfully, in 2015, I became the Pan Malaysia champion. The event was held at Langkawi. So our speech is supposed to be inspirational, motivational, where we can actually inspire the audience. And why? Because speaking is very subjective sport. I can say that it's a sport. It's not so direct where, like a football, after 1-0, the full time, the winner will be the 1 and the 0. So there were 11 contestants on stage at the finals in Pan Malaysia at Langkawi. So I managed to triumph and became the only person, only the first can go to the next level, which is the World Championship.
Wow. Okay.
And then that was in May. After that May, the World Championship was held at Las Vegas, Caesars Palace. So that year, I was lucky because it was at Caesars Palace, because every year they change the location. Sometimes in Cincinnati, sometimes in Washington. So some of my friends said, "Wow, Johan, so good, Caesars Palace, we're the entertainment city of the world, right?" So yeah, August was the event. So after I won in May until August, that 3 months, really it was a full-time job to craft my speech, because what you use in Malaysia might not be appealing to the US crowd. Example, I have a joke, a Malaysian version, but they do not understand. So actually, I need to change my speech just a bit more, and then to also practice the delivery. So it was in August. It was an all expenses paid trip.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
And
by
of course,
Toastmasters.
yes,
Oh,
correct.
right.
But of course, we do not have a choice of choosing the flight. They will actually choose the most cost affordable, because there are people all flying everywhere around the world.
Okay.
So they have to pay for all of that. And I got it for free, but I brought my wife along. Okay, she's also the co-founder. So I have to pay for her ticket.
Okay, that's fair.
So technically, she got it free, not me.
Sponsored by you, yes.
Sponsored by me. So the trip was amazing. And before I even reached Vegas, we actually have to fly from KL to Korea, and Korea to LA, and LA to Vegas. And first time ever in my life, we actually missed the flight. We missed the flight.
Oh dear.
Yes. From KL, when we reached to Korea, and then Korea to LA, I think at that time there were about 7 airplanes landed together. So the terminal was thousands of people. We cannot pass through that terminal to get the connecting flight. So me and my wife, we actually missed that flight to Las Vegas. Seriously, and it's also our first time to America. We've not been to America, so it was then we need to buy another ticket ourselves to go to Vegas. But then luckily, they know the situation. They gave us another flight ticket to them. So the whole flight was about 30 hours from KL to Vegas. 30 hours.
So you had to stay overnight in Korea?
At Korea, yes, Korea. So when we reached there, it was an amazing event. It was a four days event from Toastmasters at Caesar's Palace.
Okay.
The competition itself is really tense and stressed. So now I understand the feeling of Lee Chong Wei, Dato' Lee Chong Wei. Whenever we watch from the screen, say, "Come on, smash the ball! Why you don't know how to drop?" Very easy for me to say. But when I carry the Malaysia flag, it's another experience for me to represent the country. So I competed against competitors from Canada, South America, Africans. It was an amazing experience. Though we are competing, we are competitors on stage. But until today, I do keep in touch. We do keep in touch through Facebook. Yeah, we actually became close friends, because to them also, it's also their first experience. Most of them also first time experience to the world stage. That was a life-changing event.
That's interesting. Your journey there itself is very interesting, right? Missing the flight and things like that.
Missing the flight was really crazy.
But are you still active in Toastmasters?
I'm not so active, very less competing, but more to mentoring. So I mentor people to craft speeches and also help them in their competition. So behind the scene, now doing behind the scene things more.
Okay. Is there an age requirement for Toastmasters?
18 and above.
Okay. So the children you coach, they are between the ages of 7 to 12, right?
Yeah. We also do have a teenagers program, but more towards debating.
Okay.
We started last year. Debating.
Okay, interesting. I can see your what do you call that? Your billboard at the back there.
It is my front entrance.
Kids speaking, public speaking, kiddos public speaking, teens public speaking.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and kids MC as well.
Yes.
All right. So you coach them to go to MC programs?
We actually do it internally in our center. Through the progress. So Kids MC is a bit tougher, because we do a simulation on events where the kids became the MC, and their first MC experience. I actually chose 8 MCs to become an MC for my wedding. Actual, yeah, wedding. Yeah. Yeah, my students actually became the MC. Yeah, 8 of them. Yeah, 8 of them. So
Wow.
they took turns, so they actually became the MC for teacher Johan's wedding.
Oh,
So
okay. Teacher Johan's. So,
yeah,
Teacher Cherry is also the founder, and
yeah.
she is also your wife as well, right?
So of course
Yeah.
that's the internal event, but things really became beyond our expectation when we actually got a call from
Mm-hmm.
Miti last year November, I think November, and they said, Johan, we want to have an MC for our event, our
Mm-hmm.
launch. So I said, I thought they actually wanted me, And they said, no, I want your student. Yeah, I thought they wanted me. And then they actually
Okay.
wanted my student.
Students.
And
Okay.
yeah, one. So they actually they have a co-partner, so an adult and the kids together
I
as
think
an
the
MC.
other guy was, what's his name?
Terrence,
Terrence,
Terrence.
right? Yeah, yeah. I
So
saw
it
that.
was yeah, and they Tun Mahathir, our XPM, was actually there to launch the APEC. APEC.
Mm,
It was an APEC. It was a huge event, about 500 packs.
mm.
Yeah, and we are very proud to actually have an kids MC to MC
Yeah,
the event.
congratulations. I think
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
your student did very well, I heard.
Yeah, I even said, you see, you got a chance to speak in front of Tun Mahathir. Teacher Johan also have never been an MC or speaker in front of Tun Mahathir.
Yeah, exactly. Because you posted that on LinkedIn as well. So that's
Yep,
how I
yep.
got to know that, the little girl, she partnered with Terrence, right?
Yes, correct,
Terrence is
correct.
an accomplished MC. So I
Very,
think
very
it must
accomplished.
have been an amazing experience for the little girl, right?
Yes.
You have been doing this for the past 6 years, and now I see you have expanded very well. Tell us
Mhm.
about your journey here with your teachers.
Started in 2014, 2016, we decided to open up our license to do licensing program. Not
Mm-hmm.
franchise yet, means license. That means enrichment centers or
Mm-hmm.
kindergarten or art centers can actually take our program and conduct our program in their centers.
Okay.
So right now we have 13 locations. We call it locations
All
across
right.
Klang Valley. The
Mm.
furthest is in Ipoh.
Mm.
The furthest is in Ipoh. We have one location, fully Joint Speaking Academy location at Ipoh. But this MCO has actually broken barriers and walls because now locations we feel that is not so important
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah, because people can learn e-learning from Singapore. We have students right now from Singapore, even Jakarta, even
Mm.
from Chicago. There's a student learning e-learning from us right now from our teachers.
Wow.
So,
Right. So you have your program being conducted at various locations in, it could be a tuition center and so on, right?
correct. Physical outlet in a physical outlet setting. Physical outlet.
Okay. Okay. And currently, how many teachers do you have?
The locations are 13, 1, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So each location also have an assistant teacher over there helping
Okay, so
over there.
you have to train them to be Johan Academy teachers.
Correct. I will certify them. They have to go through we call it a TTE program, Train the
Okay.
Educator program by
Mm,
us.
okay. Right. And how do you see this program, public speaking? How do you see that benefiting the children?
Very beneficial. I mean, even after the MCO, because initially was only public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not only speaking on stage, the ability to even speak online is very crucial.
Mm, yes.
So, Sumati, right? Even like for us, I mean, I'm also very new to Zoom. We started all this e-learning last year, experimenting last year with
Mm-hmm.
only 2 teachers trying
Okay.
this e-learning thing, how to press the button, Zoom, where to record, how to share the screen, how to use the whiteboard. So a lot
Mm,
of
mm,
technical stuff. Whereas when we speak on stage, normally the MC or the event organizer will do that for us. But online, we have to be able to actually maneuver all these things. So that's
mm,
why now it's very important to have the skill of speaking on stage and speaking online to be
mm,
able to communicate effectively. Now,
mm,
what the kids are learning today will be very, very crucial for their career. whether they want to be employed in the future or running their own business, or even by connecting with people, the ability to express and also to connect with people is very crucial. That
Yeah.
is why I started
Yeah.
this.
I think the fear of speaking in public is one of the biggest fears, right? My participants always tell me, even though they are adults now, they say like it's too scary to go up and go in front of people and talk. So I think this is very good for the children. They don't have the fear of speaking in front of people or in meetings. Isn't that so?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why once they reach the teenager age, the it's about 11 to 12 years old when they have their own mindset. Then it will
Mm.
be you have to use more time to break it. But when they are kids, sometimes they are a piece of white paper, easier for us to put in information and also
Yeah.
have the setting and the environment. My friend can go up, so they actually follow. So they don't really know the fear of public speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually an advantage.
Yeah,
But of
I think
course,
I think that is the biggest difference between adult learning and children's learning. So they don't have the fear, the
mm,
inhibition, and so on, right? So they see
yeah,
their friends are there, they want to try as well, and I'm sure you will give them little goodies or gifts, for the best speakers, so they get excited and motivated, right? But
yeah,
I think whereas for adults, that is a big problem because even for English classes, when they have to speak up, they are very shy of making mistakes. So I think children don't have that, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
really correct.
Yeah. What language do you use in your classes?
90% we conduct in English.
All right.
Cherry, my co-founder, do conduct classes in Mandarin, but
Mm-hmm.
not that many classes.
Okay.
Mostly English. Mostly English.
Okay. Even at the centers, it's only English and Mandarin.
Yeah.
Okay. And no Bahasa Malaysia yet at the moment.
Even students who do speak Bahasa, their parents actually want them to come over here to practice English more than
Okay.
Bahasa.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah.
English is the main.
Yeah, I think the importance skill is speaking in public. That is the
Mhm.
most thing. So the language doesn't really matter that
Yeah,
much, right? They know all the
correct.
techniques. Yeah. How did you manage the classes during MCO?
MC MCO was really a game changer. February 2020, we really had a good month, one of
Mm.
our top months, because we had a corporate training where
Mm-hmm.
I conduct business storytelling for corporate MNC.
All right.
And then also we have 4 new trainers who come on board the TTE. We were
Mm-hmm.
very gung ho, right? Wow, we are going to do our 10-week program, our short-term
Mm-hmm.
program, 10 week in March for kids. That one's for kids.
Okay.
And also we decided, myself and Cherry, to have a center, a footing at a shopping center. That means
Mm.
our another new branch at a shopping center. We have never done that because normally at shop lots. So it was an amazing February.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the keys to Sunday Velocity. Our center is at Sunday Velocity on March the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
March the 1st. And we also did our promotion for our 4 new trainers on their
Okay.
program happening on March 21st.
Mm.
Supposedly, we are going to kick off our 10-week program on March 21st. So
Mm.
renovation in Sunday Velocity, ding dong, ding dong. We actually finished the renovation. The curtain was put up on March 17. Can you
Oops.
imagine? March 17 and March 18 was the MCO.
Okay.
And everything, the plan all have to change. And my
Mm.
partners who were very eager to do their physical classes with the kids, then what's next? What's next, Johan?
Mm.
And as the leader and the founder, we really pivoted. So all the teachers have to learn new skills on how to conduct online classes.
Mm.
Online classes. So initially last year, 2019, we have only 2 teachers testing this thing, whether can or cannot. But during the MCO, all of them went on board. So we were
Mm.
scrambling on how to teach this module, dream
Mm.
job module, and also our storytelling module. So we had that, and yeah, now thankfully, all of them have their students right now running the e-learning classes
Mm.
online. So
So, did the students have any problems getting online?
Yes, actually, yes. Because Zoom also have some issue where about the security. I think
Mm-hmm.
we know that the security where people hack into Zoom accounts and whatnot. Yeah, even kids also they don't know where, they don't even know how to unmute the button. Some have to
Mm.
have the parents seated next to them.
Okay.
Where the parents also everyone is very new to this e-learning. Not only for kids, even
Yeah.
adults doing these meetings. Yeah, so
Mm.
but right now they are very familiar with this Zoom.
Okay. So that is one advantage that happened here, right?
I think towards the whole world, the whole world is
Yes, we have to learn new things, right? We have to learn, especially getting on virtual meetings and classes. So what's the status of enrichment centers generally in Malaysia? What is the status now? Like, are you guys allowed to open?
stages by stages, stages by stages. 1st of July would be the Tadika.
All right.
Schools cannot yet. So
Mm-hmm.
even like Pusat Bahasa, until today, they do not allow to open Pusat
Okay.
Bahasa.
Okay.
So yeah, because different, some registered with MKN, some with MOE, so they're actually different stages.
All right.
So that is why enrichment center, I can see that we are really hard hit by this MCO thing
Mm.
because we have been closed for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Also, some other industry 3 months, and then we also deal with kids.
Mm.
Now, kids are the parents' most precious, precious, and as I say now, no, if the school open, we also don't want to send them to school. So
Yeah.
that is why we are unlike F&B. F&B once they open, adults can go in. But if your school open, maybe the parents do not want to even send the kids over there.
Yeah.
So you have to have a physical class and also online class. Now, online class also we have demands from parents. Hey, we do one-to-one. Cannot be.
Mm.
We can't even do so many because it's going to be very noisy. Sometimes
Okay.
you ask them to unmute, right? They won't unmute. They also will on back the mic. Sometimes they will also draw your picture, your PowerPoint when you share the screen. They actually will draw. Yes, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, they can actually draw the picture, but we actually know because once they draw, we can just see the name next to the lines. They can actually do the setting. So yeah, kids we also cannot have
Too many.
so
Yes.
many,
Mm.
too many, and also enrichment centers. My friend who owns a kindergarten,
Mm.
she has 10 teachers. Not 10 of them can actually teach online.
Mm.
Maybe because their internet connection is not so good at
Yeah.
home while during the MCO. Some they are also not familiar on speaking online because
Mm.
now it's good thing that we are all exposed.
Mm.
Because when you send a person to a kindergarten enrichment center, the parents cannot actually see the teachers what they're doing. Sometimes we don't use proper English or whatnot. We use
Mm.
kids'
Mm.
language. But during the e-learning, the parents are seated next to the kids, so they can see what the
Yes.
teacher's quality. Sometimes you need to speak in kids' language. That is the thing. So enrichment center have to really pivot and do both physical classes and also online classes. We have to have both departments running the program right now.
Mm. So, usually in a typical situation, how many students would you have in one group, in one class?
Before MCO, we can have 10 to 15. We can have 10 to
Okay.
15, all right,
All right.
with one teacher and one assistant teacher. Right
Okay.
now, my biggest hall, we can only fit 8.
This is after the following the guidelines with the social distancing and so on,
Correct. We
right?
measure the table, the chairs
Okay.
with the tables. We cannot. Last time one table can fit 2 kids. Right now
Okay.
cannot, one table only for one kid. So maximum 8 for my biggest hall.
Okay.
Smaller room I can put 2 or 3 packs inside a room. But we are not
Okay.
running concurrent classes also because we want to make sure the kids also follow the SOP. Not easy for them, not easy.
Yes.
We
Yes.
started, initially the first half an hour, they are very quiet. So teacher said, no running around. So they are sitting. But after half an hour, they want to go to their friends. No, they want to
Yes.
see the new
Yes.
pencil box and all these things. It's not easy. But yeah, they're adapting. So we are also learning in a way.
Yeah, but I think 8 in a class is not too bad, and yeah, we also need to explain to them the importance. I mean, the importance of washing hands, keeping themselves apart from their friends, and so on, right? And are you also currently still conducting virtual classes?
Yes, virtual classes still going on,
All right.
So we have to have the physical class and also the online class. So
Okay.
there are pros and cons for both, because all the while our unique selling point is where the kids' graduation will be at a shopping center.
Okay.
So now we are so very talking very closely with shopping malls. We have a lot of partners with shopping malls.
All
They
right.
can have their SOP. The shopping mall association also needs to come up with an SOP.
Okay.
Meaning that means, if example, we are the third party doing events there. If we don't follow SOP, the mall
Yeah.
will kena saman. The mall will actually kena saman. So the unique selling point of physical classes is that for online class, we only have this online graduation. That is the cons, where I mean the kids will still stand up and speak in front of their webcam, but
Okay.
the audience is only in front of a web camera. Web
At
camera. So
home.
we
At
still
home,
run.
I think, right?
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
No choice, because they are still at home. But the good thing for online, like I mentioned earlier, we can have crowd from not we are not confined to location anymore. We have students from
Okay.
Jakarta, from Singapore, from Sabah, Sarawak also can come to this online class. So we have
Okay.
to, I think right now for education centers, they have two departments already,
Mm.
offline and also online, running concurrently.
Yeah. And I think you also need to ensure that all the centers that are having your programs, they all follow the guidelines as well, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah. So you are, I believe you are doing your preparation to welcome the students back for the to the classes.
Yeah, we started 2 days ago
Ah,
over the
okay,
weekend with
great.
a very close group of our parents who supported us for many years, 2, 3
Okay.
years. We open our doors, but of
Mm,
course, option for parents who wants to come back will
okay.
come back. For those who still opt for online, we continue our online. So that's why we have two options
Okay.
based on, but our doors are open, so parents, based on parents' preference.
Yeah, I think yeah, some parents may not be very comfortable, so they would still prefer to learn online, right? Or rather, send the kids or ask the kids to learn online. So,
Mm.
what is sorry? Let's talk about the program for the children. What is the duration of the program?
Okay, of course, we have three types of program.
Mm-hmm.
One is the short-term holiday program,
Okay.
where we do a lot during school holidays, November, December, or June during their 2 weeks or 3 weeks break. So that
Okay.
is only 1.5 days. One and a
One.
half
Okay.
days, 1.5 days, Saturday full day, Sunday half day.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the program, they actually have to present on stage in front of their parents. So
Wow.
we have a
Okay.
we have a parent session. Example, that 10 kids. So the 10 kids parents will come on the Sunday and watch all the children speak on stage.
Okay.
That is a short term. The
Mm-hmm.
medium term program, which is our 10-week program. So
Mm-hmm.
10 week, every week 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. In the middle, we will go and to an outdoor to speak. So
Okay.
normally it's a theme park like Thunder Lagoon, Zoo Negara, Little Kingdom. We partner
Yeah.
with all these theme park, and then
Mm.
after that, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. The 10 week we finish. The 11 week we will speak at the shopping mall.
Mm.
So
Okay.
in 10 weeks itself, our intensive program, they have actually 2 outdoor experience, which
Okay.
is which is
Yeah.
very fun and amazing. Then our long-term program is the 10-month program. The 10-month
Wow.
program,
10 months. Okay.
yeah, 10 months. So they come 1.5 hours for each week. Then we have different modules.
So for 10 months and every week they have to attend 1.5 hours.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. Okay. And I saw I saw some of your functions, the graduation functions, I think being held at Zoo Negara, at malls. Like, so what is the reason of having them at these places?
The reason, the classes having public speaking inside the class is good enough actually, because they actually speak in front of their friends. But to actually bring them outdoor,
Mm-hmm.
it will propel their learning curve even faster.
Mm-hmm.
But before we start this, we call it the stage time. Before we call it the stage time, now
Mm-hmm.
you see at school, I just mentioned school. Okay, maybe okay, it's me quoting lah. School are very fair in a way. Fair. Why? Because they will only choose that 5 speakers to speak on stage, which
Okay.
is the ketua pengawas, okay, or the best student, or the 3 debaters. Right, so always if they have a ceremony, within these 5 of them will be the speaker. If audience are watching, your child is inside these 5, congratulations. But if you're not inside these 5, then you have no chance to actually have that stage time. Now, I cannot blame the school because teacher have to train them, and then teacher also have a lot of stuff to do, administration work, teaching. So they just pick from these 5, okay, you be the speaker for our graduation or whatever ceremony. So that means other kids got no opportunity to speak.
Yep.
Now, then I look back on my competition. We go through a lot of stages. So if I pass through one stage, but those who did not pass through, because only the first winner will go to the next stage. If you're second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, then you are out. Then you got no stage time again.
Okay.
So that is why I see why is there so lacking of stage time. And when we really have to speak practically next time during the interview or our presentation to our boss, that would be like our practice time, but also a real-time presentation. And when we fumble, that's going to be very crucial, right? So that is why I told my partners, why not we create so many stage time? All the child that comes into our program, the 10-week program, regardless of your level, you will have to go to the shopping mall and present.
Okay.
Or you will have to go to Zoo Negara or Sunday Lagoon. So everyone will have a chance to present.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, that is why I go all out to talk to a lot of shopping malls. We do a lot of collaboration with big brands who initially was very tough. In 2014, I almost like have to beg for stage time. What is this, Johan? We do not understand why you're doing this. Don't disturb us. But as slowly, when we can connect with the same wavelength, hey, what you're doing is actually very good.
Yep.
You should give kids a chance to actually speak and express. So that is where slowly now we work with a lot of big brands to give kids an opportunity to speak on stage.
Wow, that's very good actually, right? You guys went to Zoo Negara some time back, and I think how was the collaboration there? I think was it difficult to get the approval to have it there?
Zoo Negara first time was tough, but Zoo Negara have a lot of great takes because there are a lot of owners to Zoo Negara, not only the government, there are private owners too. So this is something, But it was amazing and fun because we have 700 over packs to Zoo Negara. 700 over,
oh my God.
kids and also parents.
Wow.
So it was really fun because even grandparents were there. I told them, don't treat this like only your child or your grandchildren's presentation. Treat like a family day. We want to build this family community, the bonding together. So the family all went about 700 over packs. Zoo Negara 2 years in a row, 2019, 2018, about 700 packs. Sunday Lagoon also about 700 to 800 packs last year. So we really jammed the whole place. So they speak about the animals. So some kids talk about the white lion in Zoo Negara, some about white tiger, some about the black panther. So we have concurrent shooting going on at Zoo Negara. Sorry, Sunday Lagoon and even Zoo Negara.
Interesting. Something a bit different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are your future plans for Johan Speaking Academy?
Of course, right now the plan is to go global. Go global with we have to leverage on technology already. Right now, physical teaching, we still have to because it's still kids, still kids. Like for corporate training, Sumati, so things are even, you're doing like webinar, that kind of thing. Webinar, there's a new like web seminar, webinar. Pricing wise will be different here and things whatnot. But we are planning to have a pre-recorded videos. Because right now we are doing this Zoom training for kids. We are also using our time in exchange for money and whatnot. But we want to have pre-recorded videos where the kids can actually on together with the parents and they have access to that video unlimited. And you'll be accessible to anyone who has an internet connection.
Okay. And going global is one. What about going nationally as well?
Together it will be a concurrent plan. And for me it's a very new experience. I mean, I have done a lot of Facebook Live together with Cherry. I feel that doing pre-recorded videos is even tougher than going on Facebook Live.
Mm. Why is that
Tougher,
so? Why is that so?
tougher. Because you go on Facebook Live,
Mm.
I've done so many Facebook Live, 1.5 hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour. I just have to just on and then I just go Facebook Live. Of course, it's an outline. It's not 100% scripted. Depends on how long the Facebook Live.
Okay.
But if I'm doing a pre-recorded video, it almost like has to be perfect
Yes. Yes.
because people can actually watch, and even if my sentence is not properly struck in a proper grammar during Facebook Live, it's just like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
it's gone. But if people watch, hey, why this grammar is wrong, or you have said something wrong, that is the tough part for
Yeah.
pre-recorded. We are also learning to doing this. I mean, doing this pre-recording, it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to have so many takes to do that pre-recorded video.
Yeah, because I think people are buying like the package, the program now. So they would want something which is refined, well edited, and the quality should be there as well. But this is like, I would put it like it's a one-off course. After this, you can use the same materials, again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those who are keen in enrolling their children, how do they get in touch with you? I would be sharing this on LinkedIn and also on Facebook. So how do they get in touch with you?
We have our website,
All right.
Kids Public Speaking, KIDS, kidspublicspeaking.com. From
Okay.
there, you can actually see what programs do we have.
All
Or
right.
you can also email us at kidspublicspeaking@gmail.com.
kidspublicspeaking@gmail.com.
Or
Okay.
kidspublicspeaking.com is our website.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us, Johan?
For me, first of all, of course, thank you so much, Sumati, once again for the invitation. So parents, communication skills, really, really important. The ability to be able to speak on stage and online will be a game changer in your child's career.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, you don't need to come to Joint Speaking Academy. Whenever you have an opportunity to speak at school, grab the opportunity. You have a competition out there, third-party competition. There are a lot of storytelling competition by shopping malls. Please participate. It's not about winning, it's about clocking that stage time, that experience step by step. Because not everyone wants to become a competitive speaker, but
Yeah.
the ability to express and clock that stage time is very crucial.
Yeah.
So take the opportunity whenever you have at school,
Yeah.
or even shopping mall, third party storytelling competition. There are a lot. Don't focus on that winning part. Focus on that building confidence step by step part.
Yeah.
That's my last message to the audience right there watching.
Johan, yeah, I think you rightfully said it's not about like going for competitions or going for debates, but it's for
Mm-hmm.
our own personal development. So it's good to start this with children because you are building their confidence level to speak, to communicate, which is very crucial both at school, at home, and at work later on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to ask you something very important.
Okay.
As of February, how many students did you have? Because I
As
think
of
it's a
February,
large number, right?
you mean this year
This
February?
year, February, yeah, as of February, March, before the MCO. Yeah, I mean, you still have, right?
We have 90.
90. This is from
90.
all the centers in Malaysia.
Only my Tamantun center, we have
Oh, okay,
90.
okay. All right. And what
90.
about like the rest of the centers?
I think plus minus we have about 140 plus other centers.
Okay. So
Mm.
I hope parents who are watching this, and if you would like to develop your children's communication skills, public speaking skills, do get in touch with Johan's Speaking Academy. Yep. And that is why the program is called Together We Thrive. And I hope we all can thrive together, learning from each other. Johan, thank you so much for spending your time today.
Thank you so much, Sumati, for the invitation. Thank you, audience, for watching.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will see all of you again in another series of Together We Thrive. Bye from me for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.